Hi everybody, coming at you from the sunroom with you know who. Hey buddy. Ooh, she got me. All right, tell everybody bye-bye. All right, see you later, alligator. And let's get hopping on chapter 23. Karen Little never showed up, either at school or at home. Rumors began circulating. Even though I didn't have any real friends beyond Vanessa, I still heard the talk in the hallways. Some kids thought she'd run away. Others thought she'd been abducted. I tried to ignore these. I didn't want to think about something so terrible happening, not in a town like this. About the only good thing was that Anna had stopped having nightmares. Although she needed to stop playing tricks on me. I swore I heard her come into my room at night and giggle. When I turned on the lights, though, she had already run out and pretended to be asleep. I confronted her about it a few times, but she was as good a liar as she was as bad at keeping secrets. She flat out refused to admit that she'd come into my room at all. She even went so far as to start crying when I refused to believe her. And then she played a very mean trick. I woke up to my alarm like usual from bad dreams, as usual. I didn't open my eyes when I reached to turn the alarm off. My hand smacked into something small and hard. I blinked open my eyes and nearly screamed. It was the doll Vanessa had given Anna. Come here, buddy. This is getting scary. Will you just sit down and hang out with me? Maybe for a minute. Where did it go? Ooh. It sat there on my bedside table, right next to my alarm. Its face was pointed directly at me. For some reason, that creepy smile made my skin crawl. I couldn't remember its smile being that wide before. I shook my head and knocked the doll on its face. Anna was playing tricks, probably for attention. Come back. Sit. There we go. Stay. Which just meant I needed to ignore her, and I needed to stop letting my imagination get away from me. Otherwise, soon I'd be just as bad as Grandma Jeannie. That was the other thing. Grandma Jeannie had gotten worse, much worse. Now that Karen Little had been reported missing, Grandma doubled down on her strange rules and muttering. It made Mom upset, but no matter what she tried, she couldn't get Grandma to calm down. Grandma Jeannie came into our rooms to make sure our windows were closed. She watched us from the back porch whenever Anna and I went outside. She checked our closets. She never told us what she was looking for, but I knew she was making sure we weren't hiding a doll anywhere, which just made me angrier that Anna would risk getting us both into a lot of trouble and potentially getting me banned from ever seeing my new best friend again by leaving the doll on my nightstand. When I got up, I grabbed the doll and stuffed it into a pillowcase, then stormed into Anna's room. She was still in bed. Why would you do this? I asked, trying to keep my voice down, but it was impossible to keep the anger from my words. What? She asked innocently. No, let me try that again. What? She asked innocently, looking at the pillowcase with confusion. I tossed it on her bed. She reached out for it. This! Why would you put this in my room? I lowered my voice even more. You know how much trouble we'd be in if Grandma saw it. Vanessa's coming over tomorrow night. Do you want to get us all into trouble? Rather than throwing a fit like she usually did when she got caught, tears welled up in Anna's eyes. She looked from the doll in her trembling hand to me. I didn't do it, she whimpered. I just woke up. Don't lie to me, I said. I know you did it. How else did it get into my room? You've been coming in every night to try to scare me. Now, I really had it. If you do it again, I'm telling Mom, and then you'll be grounded for sure. Tears rolled down her face. It took a lot of control not to give in and go over to wipe them away. Mad as I was, I hated seeing her cry. Then again, she probably knew that. She was probably trying to use that against me. Just the thought of it made me angrier. Stay out of my room, Anna, I said firmly. I haven't been in your room, she whispered, but I was already out the door. I was mad, really mad, but it didn't stop her words from sinking in. I knew she was lying. She had to be. There was no other way the doll could have gotten in to my room. Ooh, the end of chapter 23. Chapter 24. Go get your ball. Vanessa was in an unusually cheerful mood at school. Even though everyone else seemed on edge or upset, she was smiling when I sat down next to her at lunch. Aunt Tilda made us more cookies, she said, opening her lunch bag and pulling out at least a dozen chocolate chip treats. I was still upset over the morning, also because Mom gave Anna and me a speech on the way to school along the lines of, "Be on your best behavior tonight." I knew what she meant. Don't do anything that would upset Grandma. The trouble was, I didn't know what would or wouldn't upset Grandma, except any mention of Karen Little. Besides, if anyone needed that talk, it was Anna. She was the one risking everything by leaving her stupid doll out. The sight of the cookies made my anger fade just a little bit. "What's wrong?" Vanessa asked. Even though we'd only known each other a short time, she was already really good at telling my moods. Or maybe I was just really bad at hiding things. I almost told her about my mom and about Anna, but I didn't want to say anything that might make her not want to come over. Nothing," I said. "Come here, Chloe." "I just didn't sleep much." She looked at me for a while, then passed me a cookie. "Come here. Sit." Good girl. Where'd I go? Pass me a cookie. I tried to smile and took a cookie. "Why? What'd you want to do?" "Well, we're going to tell ghost stories," she said. "I have a lot of good ones." I rolled my eyes. "Ghost stories are for little kids." "They are not," she said with an exaggerated pout. "You're just saying that because you know you'll be scared." They couldn't be any scarier than what Grandma Jeannie has been telling us lately. "Why are you in such a good mood?" I asked. And then, because that sounded rude, I added, "Or is it just the cookies?" She laughed and bit down on another cookie. I wondered if she'd packed anything else for lunch. "I'm just excited to have a sleepover," she said. "I haven't had a friend like you since I moved here." Wait a second. I didn't know she was coming over for sleepover. I thought she was just coming over to visit. What I saw in that flicker of her eyes wasn't excitement. It was sadness and fear. That's when I wondered, was Vanessa lying to me too, like Anna was? And if so, was she keeping it secret? This is weird. I don't trust that Vanessa girl, not one bit. Okay, Buckley, that's the end of chapter 24. I'll see you next time for chapter 25.